If you have the horse in your Bazi Chart, 2023 could be the year to unleash your inner entrepreneur and play the role of the disruptor. These days, we seem to use the term entrepreneur and business owner synonymously, but actually, there's a difference between the two. People who bring their unique ideas to run a startup company are known as entrepreneurs. Business owners, on the other hand, start a business on an existing concept or idea. Business owners make their place in the market with their efforts, whereas entrepreneurs create the market for their own business. And for those of you with the horse in your chart, this may be the year you make the leap between the two. So, as I've said earlier, welcome back as we continue with the 2023 Chinese Zodiac. In case we have yet to meet, thank you for watching. My name is Pauline Cheng. I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner, a business and career coach, and I use Chinese metaphysics to empower, not to disempower. Let's get cracking into the horse. Okay, your top 3 stars in 2022 were the General Star, Golden Lock, and 3 Stages. These 3, when acting together, gives you access to the movers, shakers, and decision makers. Now, having access is one thing. Building a mutually beneficial relationship with these movers, shakers, and decision makers are a whole different ballgame. This is where the energies of 2023 come into play. Okay, let's start our analysis with the sky happiness. At the most basic translation, sky happiness represents the existence of happy events. In the olden days, these usually refer to landmark life events such as weddings, birth of children, birthday parties, those type of stuff. Today, the sky happiness points to opportunities to be a part of such celebrations, right? But we're talking about using the stars, right? So how about with the sky happiness, instead of sitting home and waiting for invitations, with the sky happiness in your chart, why don't we be the ones to organize the event and bring people together? This is what the sky happiness is great for, bringing people together in a joyful and harmonious environment. So remember all those contacts you made in 2022, right? Why not create mini events to bring them together so that you can have the chance to nurture your relationship with them in a less stressful environment? So that could be an idea. Now, who we hang out with can literally change our outlook. If we spend time with entrepreneurs, leaders, and decision makers, inevitably, this will give us a chance to develop our own ideas. This is where the moon comes in. Apart from being a traditional nobleman star, the moon has a specific benefit. It's the star of entrepreneurial ideas. So now we have both a network as well as the seed of a business idea. And by the way, it's been forecasted that come 2023, even more people will start their side gig. So this is particularly so for the horse because, okay, as I'm recording this video, economic pressure is mounting everywhere. With inflation going through the roof, economy shrinking, many businesses will be looking for ways to tighten their belts and maybe even downsize. This is what the piercing rope represents. Fear and insecurity brought on by external pressures. These could be political, economical, or even social pressure. Triggered by the fear and insecurity, which by the way is normal, the next 2 negative stars are the ones that we really need to be paying attention to. The hook spirit represents the tendency to project past failures into the future. Great assembly is like an endless infinity loop, like a broken gramophone. When these 2 come together, the influence they create is the tendency to play out negative memories on a loop. So it goes a little something like this. Last time I failed, last time I failed. Last time I tried to start my own business, I failed. The last time I tried to do something, I failed. Notice that this endless loop does not include an analysis as to what happened. It's just this self-defeating train of thought that keeps going mindlessly around in our heads. So the only one who can break that pattern is us. But will you have support in your quest to silence that negative inner talk? Yes. Okay. So there you have opportunity, there is pressure. Our job with the rest god is to keep ourselves physically and mentally fit. The rest god acts by enhancing our physical and mental well-being, but it needs a little nudge. It doesn't work on its own, right? Please note they didn't call it the lazy god, right? It's called a rest god. So using the rest god requires corresponding effort to keep ourselves in good shape. So go to the gym, prioritize taking walks in the morning, maybe martial arts is your thing, yoga, I don't know, anything really that keeps you trim and fit. Why is this so important? Ever notice that all successful people have one thing in common? High energy levels. They don't walk around sighing and moaning. They're too busy. So once we manage to dial up our own physical energy, we will sound more convincing, our minds become more agile, better focused, and we are better equipped to accomplish more. So in other words, maintaining our physical energy makes us better and more convincing leaders. Which brings us to the Heavenly Officer, which represents the ability to garner support for your leadership skills. This nobleman star can be used in a myriad of ways. For employees, it can bring promotion luck. It's also good for academics. For business owners, this can mean a good reputation. Now, good reputation by itself may not be so useful. However, the Heavenly Officer means more than that. It represents the opportunity to gain the trust of our customers or business partners. In effect, our customers or business partners become our noble people by putting their trust in us and following our lead. Now, remember at the beginning of this video, I made a clear distinction between a business owner and an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs create their own markets. Think of disruptor businesses like Uber or Airbnb. When they came up with that idea, it was revolutionary. They needed the trust from their customers, both the drivers and the users, to adapt to this new way of doing business. So yes, Heavenly Officer can represent customers who are willing to follow our lead. But to benefit from this star, we must always remember that we owe it to them to always give them our very best. Now, when we put all these guys together, it tells a story. It says that in the face of a volatile economy, piercing rope, the ones who spot opportunities, the moon, and has the resources in the form of networks, sky happiness, could potentially overcome the self-limiting mindset, hook and great assembly. It also says that we can differentiate ourselves by the energy we radiate, the rest god. Because the end goal for 2023 is to gain support for our leadership, the Heavenly Officer, to have people follow us, customers who are our Heavenly Officer, which then begs the question, how can we use these stars to grow our career? So, first things first, on career, right? With the sky happiness, I hate to say this, but we need to network. Okay, so all together now, boo. Okay, so I know not everyone enjoys networking, but try lah. Or else, create opportunities for yourself to be in touch with people with an entrepreneurial mindset. And by the way, these are just ideas, okay? Ideas for action to take in order to match the effect of the stars, okay? Critical thinking on your part is required, please. Okay, depending on where the horse is in your chart, you may come across people who are feeling victimized by external circumstances and are constantly on a negative loop. Your job as the disruptor is to disrupt that pattern of thinking. So, number 2, motivate. Once you have their attention and they're willing to follow your lead, then be the one who leads change within your organization. That's the third one. Okay, what about business? Okay, first things first, 1. Sky happiness and moon, stay current on trends. Business trends, marketing trends, whatever trends. Okay. Secondly, this is particularly important, stay lean and competitive, but please prioritize maintenance of your business equipment. I'll talk more about this later. Finally, look into how you can improve your customers' experience when they put their trust in you, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you are in the business of creating events, such as networking events where people come together, these stars are really, really good. Okay, so what is all this positioning heading to? To 2024, where you should be in place to solve a problem of a higher value. So from a personal point of view, right, the presence of the Hook Spirit and General Assembly is also a great opportunity for some self-reflection, to own up to our own mistakes from the past, learn from them, forgive ourselves, and take the next step forward towards personal growth. In that sense, these two can be blessings in disguise, a chance to close a chapter within ourselves and begin one anew. Without this crucial step, we may find that we keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So instead of looking at this bunch with fear, I urge you to embrace it as an opportunity. You see, when we are looking to carve out our own little piece of heaven, and we have people around us who are willing to gift us with their trust, then surely we owe it to them to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. Okay? So where would all this likely play out? For that, we need to know where the horse lands in your chart. If you have the horse in your year, which governs social networks, industry, contacts, social media followers, acquaintances, and not so close friends. In this case, most likely scenario is that from your perspective, the industry is vulnerable to volatile economic conditions or even downturn. Or the people you know are, most of them, feeling pressured by the external environment. Could you then, instead of waiting for invitations from the sky happiness, create regular small gatherings that bring diverse people together to talk, exchange ideas, maybe even explore working together? These could even be fundraising events. If you're a fire day master, either Ping or Ting, I would certainly explore this idea. Give it a think or two. While the Heavenly Officer is not technically an investment star, but from that perspective, from the perspective of a business, a startup looking for seed money, aren't investors noble people too? Noble people who are willing to buy into our ideas? And if the horse governs your month, it could be that from your perspective, your own business or the organization you work for is feeling the pressure of a volatile and unpredictable economy. So let's talk about career professionals first. In this case, you may be hesitant to leave the security of a full-time career for the uncertainties of the business world. However, the moon star has given you an idea that you would like to pursue with the Heavenly Officer. Perhaps this could be a good time to get your numbers together and present it to your boss. Ask him or her to invest in your idea and let you work on it in exchange for equity in the new business. Now, suddenly, you go from being just an employee to having a stake in your boss's business. That's what they mean when they say intrapreneur. Alternatively, the textbook interpretation of the intrapreneur, a manager within a company who promotes innovative product development and marketing. Okay, so what about business owners? Still on month, right? If your business is reliant on equipment, here, please take note of the Great Assembly. While there may be a need to cut down on unnecessary spending, maintenance must be top priority, because the Great Assembly's literal translation is a warning of equipment failure, or there could be a loophole in your business system that is causing wastage. So no skimping on equipment maintenance if you have the horse in your month, because equipment breakdown will cost you more in lost business than any amount of maintenance. So off the top of my head, businesses that could benefit from this set of stars in the horse will include those that are involved in the physical wellness industry, event planners, especially those that are aimed at bringing business people or professionals together for an exchange of ideas. These negative stars are also, by the way, great for copywriting. That's how you use the negative stars. You create marketing copy out of fear, insecurity. They call it fear marketing. Okay, so imagine if you own a gym, right? Imagine you own a gym. What's the first thing people do in the face of economic uncertainties? Cancel their gym membership. Could you then create marketing copy that talks about the physical effects that stress has on our body, right? And how regular exercise can help, okay? That's using the rest god. After all, a broken soldier cannot fight. So it's time to get tough. So who to target? Moon. Business owners. Specifically, Moon is female in nature, so women business owners. What can you offer them? What kind of side benefits? Well, look at the sky happiness. Perhaps include in the package regular talks or events. So while I'm still obsessing over my imaginary gym owner, how about nutritional talk? Again, we're back to rest god. Okay, so before I get carried away, the key is we must always have a solution on hand to offer. All right, so let's move on to the horse in the day. So if the horse falls in your day, if you're married, okay, your personal relationships or significant other might be feeling the economic pressure and perhaps causing stress within the relationship. It could be arguments, it could also even be arguments caused by money, right? So for this one, you need to be alert and you need to manage it, right? Instead of jumping on board that rusty, not so merry-go-round, why not put the effort to create happy memories for your family, new memories, happy ones, happy events, okay? Or perhaps use the rest god, create a home environment that helps your spouse de-stress. What if you're single and available? Don't allow your unruly brain to keep projecting past failed relationships into your current ones. You have the rest god and sky happiness. Make the effort to present the best part of you. Maybe go to the gym. I'm not body shaming. Okay, my imaginary gym owner has a great service for you. Okay, dress up, put your best foot forward, put on some makeup. Not for others, for you. Okay, I'm not body shaming, please. You look good, you feel great, more willing to put yourself out there and meet new people. That's sky happiness. Okay, so what about the horse in the hour? Okay, let's start with the business owner or corporate managers first. These negative stars can represent quiet quitting or even malicious compliance. Your employees have checked out, only skating by, putting in the hours, working like robots. However, with these positive stars, there's a chance to turn things around. This could be a good opportunity to make some changes within your organizational culture. A great opportunity, in fact, to convert mere employees into a fighting team with entrepreneurial mindset. That's the mood. Train your staff to have that entrepreneurial mindset. How to do that? In the presence of sky happiness, team bonding events maybe. In terms of investments, there could be opportunities to pick up some new investments or even new businesses for cheap. How to find these opportunities? Again, sky happiness, must go and talk to people. Or moon, do your research, expand your knowledge. On a personal level, pay attention to sudden ideas or casual suggestions that suddenly pop up in your head. Don't just dismiss them out of hand. Okay? If you're a career professional looking for a side gig or a side hustle, the moon represents knowledge. Teach. The sky happiness represents experiences. Look into the experience people have when they attend your workshop or course. How inclusive are you? Do you just sit there droning on and on and on? A little bit like me doing this video. And how hands-on is your class? So you know what? I love the set of stars in the horse for 2023. They are so damn usable. Okay, so if these suggestions sound very broad, I apologize, but they have to be. I've not seen your full chart, nor do I know your personal circumstances. Therefore, they need to be broad and In application, critical thinking on your part is required. So in creating this series, my intent is really to give you some inspiration on how to use all the stars, positive or negative, because the stars influence us. They don't control us. When we match our actions to the effects, we get the benefits. So at the end of the day, that's what a Bazi reading is all about, to help you match your actions to the year's energy. Okay, so here's my offer to you. If you like, let's brainstorm the year together. My contacts are in the description, right? So with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and here's wishing you, yes, you with the horse, 恭喜發財，馬到功成. May 2023 be a year where you triumph over adversities and fly in the face of challenges.